Good morning, guys. Travis Burton here with Weekend Warriors. On today's video, we are going to go over how to zero a Sightmark Wraith 4K Mini and why I chose this optic for my deer hunting rifle for this fall. Stay tuned. So some of you guys are probably wondering why I'm choosing a Sightmark Wraith for my deer hunting rifle and why I'm using it in an AR-15 platform. Simple. It's got a 4K video camera on it. Awesome. A lot of you guys that self-film hunt, you know, you get out there, you've got your camera on a tripod, you've got it on a tree arm, you're trying to keep your animal in focus, and you're trying to make the shot at the same time. Well, I fall in that category too. Here at Weekend Warriors, we self-film most of our hunts. We can't afford cameramen. And so for us, getting that shot for you guys to see is incredibly important. So the biggest tool that I've picked up starting last year was a Sightmark Wraith. I was running the HD model 2 through 16, and there was a hunt in Oklahoma with my Grendel that if I would not have had that Wraith on top of my gun, you guys wouldn't have seen the shot. The deer was chasing a doe several hundred yards across a field. It was a situation where I just had to move quickly, so I left my main camera behind. I took a GoPro and my Sightmark Wraith HD on top of my Grendel, and I had the GoPro on me, and the Grendel captured the entire hunt. It was my first time really hunting with the Wraith HD for deer, and I can't go back. The Wraith HD was great quality, easy to use. It made my hunt, it made the video. That video's taken off, it's awesome. But I wanted to bring a little bit better quality video to the table through the actual scope itself. So I upgraded to the Sightmark Wraith 4K Mini. So this is a full 4K camera built into this optic. Now, it is an infrared scope. A lot of people are gonna be using this to hunt pigs at night. I will be too. But when it comes to deer season and you've got deer out in front of you, it takes phenomenal footage, and it's gonna bring our videos to the next level. So we're gonna jump in here and we're gonna talk about how to zero this rifle and zero this optic for the upcoming season. Quick overview, here is your external charging port. Sightmark does give you a little L-shaped cord that plugs in right there. I own the Picatinny rail mounted battery pack, which is awesome. I can run my scope pretty much all day on that. You peel that back right there. Your USB mini goes right in there on the side. This is the right side of the scope. Super important tech tip here, do not use this without formatting your SD card. So pop that SD card in there, make sure there's nothing on there you don't want to lose, and format it, okay? Always format it before you use it. Super crucial. Just so you guys know, the scope does come with full lens covers. I popped it off. I'm going to be attaching a cell phone mounted camera to this so you can see what's going on inside when I zero this optic. But real quick, you've got a screen back here. This focus ring right here focuses your screen internally. So if you're looking through there and it's a little blurry, the screen and not the actual object, this is going to be your back screen focus wheel. I love that they throw this throw lever on here. This is your front focus adjustment. So when you're looking through your screen, this is a camera, okay? It's essentially a camera on top of your gun. So if you're at 100 yards, you're going to want to spin this to get it in focus. If you're at 200 yards, you're going to want to spin this to get in focus. I typically find something about 100 yards away when I'm in the tree stand or out hunting, and I put that in focus, and that pretty much covers the gambit. But if that deer is out 200 yards, 250 yards, this is a great way to get that image in crystal clear focus. So this is your front focus wheel. All right, guys, here's your internal power supply right here. Pop that button right there, batteries come out. They send you with 2 Energizer lithium batteries. These run for about 4 hours, continuous use internally. I keep a bunch of these with me, but also I like to run that Picatinny rail external battery pack so I don't have to worry about running around with batteries all day. And this is how you control the optic right here. Simply hit the button, it powers on almost instantly. And a lot of you guys might ask, okay, if I'm going to be deer hunting with this and I see a deer and I've got to turn this sucker on if I'm not leaving it on to conserve battery, how fast does it fire off? By the time you hit the button and get the gun to your cheek to look through the optic, it's going to be on and you're going to be able to see. Just remember, always flip your limb caps open so you can see what's going on. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got my little phone adapter here. I'm going to zero the entire rifle. through this. It's incredibly easy. I want to be able to record here and see, so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. It's a cell phone on a cheap Amazon mount stuck through a really awesome scope. So I will record some clarity of the scope so you can actually see how awesome it is once I get it zeroed, but all my zeroing you know, is going to be done through this little cell phone monitor. So bear with me, it's going to be a little flashy, but we're going to send some rounds down range and show you what it can do. Alright, we're going to zero this gun with Hornady Black ELD match, 123 grain bullet. Yes, I will be hunting deer with this bullet this fall in Texas and Oklahoma. It's a tremendous round. A lot of people say you can't hunt deer with match bullets. Go check out the channel. We have several autopsies on deer and pig, so you can see what's going on. This is a good bullet for thin-skinned whitetail. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and throw some rounds down range. I've got a big sheet of paper up with a couple targets at 50 yards. I'm not going to bore sight this. I've got a big piece of butcher paper up, so it's not necessary. Even though we are shooting suppressed, I am going to have my ear protection on. Can't be too safe, you know what I mean? Got to be careful. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording here on this. And I guess I got to put one in. Alright. So I am just going to use this screen here, and we're going to see where we're at. Alright, so as you can see there, I am low and right. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Reticle settings. And we're going to go not to reticle color, but reticle 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold our bullseye exactly. Let me see if I can get this a little better here. There we go. We're going to hold our bullseye on where we aimed, and we're going to use the navigation arrows that are on top of the scope to put this little red X over where the bullet is. Okay? So we want to get it all lined up the best we can. So we're going to get there and there. Up, a little too high. So, and I've got this on a bog pod, trying to keep it still for you. I'm trying to get it as exact as possible. And then when you get it pretty close, you're going to hit the center button, and that reticle is going to jump, and it takes you down there to where you're at, your little bull hole's at. So now we're going to go back up here. We're going to go ahead and put another round range and see where we're at. Alright, quite a bit closer. We're going to go through that process again. Alright, we've got it on at 50, dead on. I'm going to bump it out to 100. I'd like to be about an inch high at 100 yards. That give me a pretty close to a 200 yard zero. I'm not going to use the cell phone thing again. It's kind of annoying. But I did want you guys to see it so you can see how easy it was. It took a handful of shots. Honestly, it probably would have taken less if I wasn't trying to film through it on the bog pod, if I was actually really stable. It's incredibly simple to zero. It's really easy. It's actually easier than a standard rifle scope. So, you know, I just wanted you guys to be able to see that. So we're going to zero it at 100, and then I'm actually going to throw an SD card in so you guys can see some of the footage of me shooting steel out to 100 and steel at 200, just so you can get an idea. Alright, now we got it zeroed at 100 yards. It's dead on. I'm going to run some footage through the actual gun now, through the actual optic. I'm going to shoot a little 6-inch silhouette at 6 times magnification, so you can kind of see what that looks like, and then we're going to go out to 300 yards with it. 100 yards, 6 times zoom, recording. Lost our target. Alright, we're going to go ahead and shoot out to 300 yards here. I'm going to record it through the scope so you can see what it looks like. I'm bumping it up to 10x. just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. One thing I love about the Wraith, they have a multitude of different reticles you can use, and so if you're going to be shooting out at 300 yards at a deer, you can effectively create a dope like you could with any other scope. And so I know exactly where I need to hold over. I don't need a dial. I know where I need to be at 10x. I can hold over, and we're going to test that real quick through the scope and see where we hit at 300 yards. All right, 300 yards. There we go. All right, guys, in conclusion, this is a great optic. We're excited to have it. It's going to be a great tool to use through pig season this summer and deer season this fall. Please like and subscribe to see more videos like this. We will be doing a full review on the HD and the 4K Max. We actually have 3 different Wraiths. We have the HD, the 4K Mini, and the 4K Max. So we'll be dropping those videos here shortly. Like and subscribe and follow. Thanks, guys, and God bless.